Dear students, today I am going to start a new lesson. It's from Economics, Chapter 1, Introduction to Economics. Through this chapter, you will learn the meaning of economics and basic concepts of economics, the importance of studying economics, identifying economic activities through narrating the basic economic problems, the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. Dear students, first of all, let me tell you the meaning and importance of economics. Children, in our daily life, to survive, to make our life comfortable, we use various things such as food, clothes, phone, education, transportation, electricity, and many other things. And we call them as goods and services. And these goods are physical and tangible objects like food, clothes, book, bicycle, phone, TV, etc. For example, education, electricity, transportation, etc. services are intangible things that also required for our use. The common services that are used are electricity, transportation, education, medical care, tailoring, music, mobile, and internet services, etc. So children, we have come across two words like tangible and intangible objects are things. So tangible objects are objects which we can touch and feel. Mainly goods come under tangible objects. And intangible things are the things which we cannot touch or feel. We can experience now the entertainment what we get from movies, the songs, they cannot be touched, and the services what we get from doctor, medical care, that cannot be touched. So that comes under intangible things. So we human beings use both types of things, tangible as well as intangible things. Now let us study the three terms of economics. Which are those three terms now? Consumers, producers, and distributors. These are the three terms of economics. Now let us study who are called consumers, producers, as well as distributors. People using goods and services are called consumers, and people engaged in production of goods and services are called producers. And these goods and services are made available to us at our place through transporters, traders, and shopkeepers are called as distributors. And we buy the required goods and services by paying the given price. It is the value of goods or services expressed in terms of money. So how it is expressed? In terms of money. This means that to be able to buy different goods or services required by us in our daily life, we need money. So how do we get money? We are engaged in work or we are employed. By the virtue of employment, we get income. So the income we spend becomes the income of the producers as well as the distributor. Who will get the income now? The producers as well as the distributors, they will get the income. There is also the government which is responsible for maintaining law and order and providing some common basic facilities like good roads, electricity, internal and external security. Who is going to provide the common basic facilities? Government is going to provide, and it will maintain certain law and order. The government imposes tax for the goods and services it provides. So therefore a normal day is characterized by how? By the interaction among producers, distributors, consumers, and the government. How each one of them earns income and how they spend forms the core of economic activity. Economics may be described as the study of these economic activities of individual or as a science that deals with the production, distribution, and use of goods and services. So children, I hope you understood. Let me repeat once again. What is economics? Economics is a study of how a society utilizes its resources to fulfill the current needs of its people, achieve economic growth, and plan for the efficient use of resources in future. Let me tell you some of the definition of economics from the economists. According to Adam Smith, economics is a study of wealth. So, Adam Smith is also known as the father of economics. Another economist says economics is a study of people in ordinary business of life. Who says? Alfred Marshall. Another economist, Lyon Robbins, economics is a science which studies human behavior as a relationship between given ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. And the last one, Paul A. Samuelson, he says economics is a study of how society use scarce resources to produce valuable commodities and distribute them among different people. Let me tell you more about this. You know, children, an important aspect is that we cannot have all the goods and services we wish, isn't it? Because the money to buy them is limited or scarce. So, it is a common tendency on our part to choose the most pressing or important want first and postpone the less urgent ones. Hence, food is more important than going to a movie. Purchasing seeds and fertilizers is more important than purchasing a tractor. These are few examples. This classification of wants as more important or less is called prioritizing. So, what is prioritizing? Classification of wants as more important or less is called as prioritizing. Once prioritized, we allocate most of our resources to purchase that commodity which satisfies the chosen wants. Therefore, in situation of scarcity, we choose the most desirable wants or prioritize them in order of importance. For example, one more example I'll give you. Suppose if you have only rupees 20 to spend, your teacher has asked to buy a book. You want to see the latest movie. You want to buy medicine for your headache, and you have to go home and you are hungry. With rupees 20 in your hand, can't you meet all the requirements? Isn't it? You cannot meet all the requirements. Definitely, you will choose among them among which wants to be satisfied now and which later. And thus, you may eat something first to satisfy your hunger. Then you buy few tablets. Because why you buy few tablets? Because you are ill, and then think of going home and postpone the viewing movie later. Here, you will give more importance to satisfy your hunger and getting tablets and buying books. This is prioritization and allocation of resources. Therefore, scarcity and choice are the basic problems which everyone faces and which are central problems of economics. So, which are the basic problems of economics? Scarcity and choice. In this background, economics is defined as a social science that examines how people choose to use limited or scarce resource in attempting to satisfy their unlimited wants. Economists have defined economics variedly, but this definition describes the central idea of economics. So, I hope you understood the meaning of economics. It will continue in our next class. In our next class, I will tell you the importance of studying economics and economic activities.